little bit and drive and go at players and force Murray to kind of collapse on you, then that will open up space for Marshall to pass the ball around and kind of ping the ball around in the offensive third. I really want to see Marshall use their skill to take these players one-on-one from Murray.
Murray High's initial kickoff goes behind the goal line and in line, so a goal kick already for Hicks and the Marshalls. Again, no scores. We just get underway here on 95.7 FM and also online. You can check out the link at MarshallCountyDaily.com. Listen live to WCCK. Find that at the bottom of the screen. You can also see the link on the Facebook pages at Great Oldies Classic Country, my Facebook page, and my Twitter at WCBL Sports OP. Marshall with control now. Far touchline up to Lynch from Shadoan. Back tap to Hicks now. Murray High playing two up, trying to get a breakaway possibly. Up top, it is Caden Kane and Trey Bogus. Bogus, of course, that 6'6 midfielder and forward. Works on the wing and one of the tallest the Marshalls will see all year. Riley now with it in the midfield. Good cross up ahead to Shadoan on the far touchline, about 20 yards out. He'll work around the left of Keaton McCoy. Down in the corner where McCoy clears it out. Tries to get it ahead to Abraham Leon. And a lot of returners from last year for Murray High that are already making waves this year, like Caden Kane with 2 goals, Abraham Leon with 2, McCallum with 1, Bogus with 1, and 2 assists also for the new player, Leo D'Ambrosio. Now takeaway here by Wood between the circles, kicks out to Shaverin, right side extended 18. Works against Gavin Harris, a third-year starter for the Murray High Tigers. Good defender, good cross towards the far post. Almost headed in by Lynch. Good look by Shaverin, though, as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, and the opening minutes of this game is kind of the first time we've seen Marshall be able to come out and immediately start possessing and working the ball around the Murray High players to try to get into space, advance the ball, and to get quality shots off. And Shaverin had a great cross there on a rope. Just unlucky that Lynch couldn't get ahead on it, but very, very promising play so far from the men in orange.
The one thing you will see different is the goalkeepers for this year. For Murray High had a great one in Nathan Rogers for 3 years. They have a new goalkeeper this year, as we mentioned in the pregame, and Josh Eaton. Eaton is a senior, has waited his time, so we'll see what he does here for the Murray High Tigers.
Yeah, and Eaton's the type of player that can actually come out on the field if Coach Rosa needs him. So he's a versatile player, but somebody that Marshall will want to look at and maybe try to test early on in this match.
Does have 7 saves on the year, 3.5 per game, only 1 goal allowed. And that was to Mayfield. And that 2-1 penalty kick victory. Again, only 1 goal scored aside in regulation and overtime. Murray officially wins 2-1 in PKs. Shaverin with it off the tap from Strader, but double teamed that time is Shaverin by Bogus and Leon. Good cross downfield to Kane. Kane, though, covered up by Hicks. Comes down to the corner and lets Calvert have enough time to scoop it up in the box and punt this one away for the Marshalls.
Yeah, just a good job by Hicks to put a body up on the Murray High forward to slow him down, and it buys time for Claiborne to come out and scoop the ball up.
Again, Murray scored just 1 goal in 2 games against the Marshalls a year ago with the COVID-shortened season. They played 1 regular season game, and then they had the district championship game, which Marshall won 3-0 and 3-1 respectively. No real pregame due to the fact of the delays in the girls' game with the heat index. That's why this game got pushed back to begin with, so they also gave them very limited time in pregame warm-ups, as they had plenty of time to warm up during the ladies' game, which they won 5-0, did the Marshall County Lady Marshalls, to sweep regular season district play in the first round of games and not give up a goal. Here's John Wood now at the midfield stripe, working against Chase Rennick. Rennick, a returner from last year, takes it away, goes to McCallum, back to Harris, and now up to Rennick. Rennick double-teamed to the backfield. Lynch bringing some pressure there as it crosses laterally left to right to McChristian. And McChristian deep kicks it for Murray High right down the middle of the field, but then Hicks clears it down for the Marshalls. Trying to find Davis, then Leon clears it out for a Marshall throw-in.
Yeah, Marshall's doing a good job, especially when Murray does get possession of the ball. Marshall is closing down quickly and really challenging the 50-50 balls, which isn't allowing Murray to get on the attack.
4 minutes have gone by, no score. Takeaway here by Schroeder at the half line, but then Harris takes it back for Murray High. Gavin Harris works it up to the midfield and then knocked away in the backfield by Marshall County and Shadoan. Up ahead to Lynch.
Great touch by William Lynch.
Nice feed up ahead to Riley. He's got 1 to beat. It's Rennick on the left side, and Kane. Here's a shot towards the goal and a nice save, diving to his right by Josh Eaton.
Yeah, a really good play by Marshall. Passed the ball straight up the field easily to William Lynch. A lot of pace on that ball, but Lynch's first touch was absolutely wonderful. Able to knock that ball down right in front of his path so he could play it quickly to an oncoming Colin Shadoan towards the top of the D to get that shot off.
Shaverin and Wood combined to commit a foul in the backfield, so a quick free kick by Murray High. They get it up to Caden Kane between the circles, but Marshall takes it right back. Hicks with the steal. Up ahead now to Riley. Ricochets off his foot towards Shadoan. Back to Riley in the midfield around 2 defenders. Has Wood to his right, Lynch to his left. Down the middle of the field, Colin Riley. A defender in front trying to cross it, but Gavin Harris, nice knockaway there by Murray High. Murray takes it back. Brennick working down the middle of the field, trying to get up ahead to Bogus. But cleared away by Marshall, and Bogus really being covered up. That 6'6" frame, hard to do in the backfield for the Marshall defensively, not let that forward get loose. Far side, Evans for Marshall County, his first touch. Jericho gets around one defender, that's Leone. Gets around McCoy, gets down to the corner on the goal line, trying to cross it in. Face of the net towards Shavrin, but he could not get to it in time, and it's knocked away by McAllen. Nice knee, though, by Hicks at half line. Comes up to Wood. A little instep move on the left foot to Strader. Strader works it down to the 18, but then again knocked away by Gavin Harris in the backfield of Murray High. Rennick. Good volley downfield. We're going to go all the way to Claiborne, and he'll pick it up for the Marshalls.
Yeah, just a good job by Marshall, really possessing the ball. And even though Marshall lost at that time, Marshall's still battling and putting pressure on Murray High's players to kick that ball long, which was easy for Claiborne to come out and pick it up.
Nice move there by Wood, but he threw the elbow too high. He was trying to let it go off the shoulder blades and the shoulders, but he hit the elbow up and got a handball there, so a free kick. Rennick will take it right at midfield. Little left to right angle here, just off the left of the circle. Rennick, a 5'10" senior. Here's the kick. Straight away, dead center, right to Claiborne, and it is in the back of the net. What a shot, 50 yards out. Chase Rennick. That is unbelievable. Nothing that Stephen Claiborne could have done. He put that one on a dime right below the crossbar, and Rennick gives Murray High the early lead. Not a lot the Marshalls could have done there. That was just an amazing direct kick by Chase Rennick.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, but if Claiborne would have let that ball go in, I don't think it would have counted.
Yeah, it's true. It was an indirect because it was a handball. So if he would have just let that go, he could not have directly kicked that. So even more so, bad luck for the Marshalls and good luck for Murray High. So a indirect kick from 50 yards out goes in by Rennick, and Marshall, something they've not seen this year, they're down.
Yeah, and we're looking at it 8 minutes into the game. Murray High's had no opportunities at all.
Not even close.
And, Marshall finds himself down 1-0, and, Claiborne, he's a sophomore. So, those things happen. But as a keeper, you got to be aware of when to go after the ball.
Yeah,
and even though it was a handball, somebody would have to touch it to score it. So he should have let that one just go.
Unfortunately, though, the Marshalls trail now. Wood tries to volley one to the left post, and it's out of bounds. So Murray High has done something that the Marshalls haven't seen all year, and that's a deficit. Again, you have 3 10-0 shutouts, a 5-1 win against Callaway. And you did have an early deficit to Henderson, which was immediately tied. So this is officially the second deficit of the year. But Henderson, they led about 80% of that game as well in a 4-4 tie.
Well, and Marshall's got to shake that one off. They got to make sure they continue to stick to the style of soccer that they were playing and dictate the pace. They were doing really well. So they can't get out of sorts and let those that intuition fall to the wayside.
Now one-on-one here was Schaefer against Harris. Fires it towards the far post to Lynch. Now back to Schaefer in the corner right side. And again for Murray, just a goal in general. You're going to think last year shut out one game, only scored one the other, and then in the games against Marshall the previous year in 3 games only scored a combined 2 goals. Strader between the middle of the field and 2 defenders. Lynch has it there. Toe tap back to the top of the circle. Now up ahead to Wood. Wood fires it towards the net, but way high and wide. So again, a lead for Murray High, 1-0, 30 minutes, 50 seconds left here in the first half of action. Should not have any heat and delay stoppages like we had in the first half and the first game for that matter a year ago. Again, from a year ago, you got 3 of the top 4 scorers on the field. Chase Rennick had 7 goals a year ago, as did Caden Kane, and 9 for Trey Bogus. So these guys have a lot of experience. And the lone goal that Murray scored against Marshall last year was Gabe Taylor, who has since graduated. Evans crosses it right side to Shavern. Shavern down in the corner. Again, working against Harris. Crosses the face of the net. Trying to get to Shadoan or Riley. Now the ball falling out to the far touchline Riley saves it in, though, comes back down the end line towards the box and cleared away by Murray High.
Well, Marshall's having a lot of success getting the ball down the field through the wings, so it's something they need to take note of.
Nice move by Schrader to get around not one but two defenders, finally knocked down by the third. Ball still free in the box. Murray has it and cleared away by Rennick. Out of bounds for a Marshall throw-in. Jackson Boone will take it. Drops it in to Shaver, and again going against Harris. Harris with the knockaway there for the Tigers. Good clear downfield, but Hicks will be able to track that one down for the Marshalls. He'll tap it back. Nope, actually not to Calvert. He'll get away from Caden Kane and get it up ahead to Shadoan.
Yeah, good job by Hicks to kind of fake that one out, making Murray think he was going to drop it back all the way to Claiborne, and just turned quickly over his right shoulder to shake the defender off and move the ball up the field.
At the half line, Strader again, working one-on-one with Leon, who wins that battle. Finds Bogus for a deep kick, but it's going to go right to Claiborne for a scoop. And again, there was nothing that Claiborne could have done to stop that shot from going in, but the thing was, with it being a handball indirect kick, he could have let it go in, and it would not have counted. But again, in the moment, you go after that to stop it. And since he did touch it, and it went off the crossbar and in, it counted. So Murray with a 1-0 lead in the ball now in backfield. Collier Crouch. Good feed up ahead, almost a handball there by Caden Kane, but taken away anyway by Hicks. Hicks near touchline to Shaver and back to Hicks. In the middle of the circles, gets undercut, and that'll be a foul. Chase Rennick. So therefore now Marshall will have a much better look on a direct kick, and Hicks will take it about 35 to 40 yards out, right to left look. See if he puts it on net here. Everybody on the far post. Left side, here it comes. Up, short kick, right side to Boone. Inside the 18 now, right of the box. Crosses, face of the net, but cleared out by Murray. Comes to the near touchline and out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a good heads-up play by Jackson and Eric Hicks there, just to play that one short, play simple. Just unlucky, couldn't get the ball deeper into the box.
27:45 left in the first half. 1-0 Murray on the indirect goal from Chase Rennick from 50 yards out. Murray with it in the backfield as somebody's horn is going off into the parking lot. We play through it, though, as Davis will tap it back to Claiborne. Now Claiborne sees Murray High's forwards coming up, gets it away from Kane, and then loses possession, though, to Marshall. It's the top of the circle, controlled there. On a bounce by Rennick. Little hand in the back from Lynch, but we play on. Ball still free in the backfield. Marshall trying to get it back to the half line. Shaver, and it comes in now. A deep kick to Lynch, but Lynch has two defenders in front. The keeper comes out and collides with Lynch, and that ought to be a penalty.
It has to be. I mean, the keeper came out and got absolutely no ball and leaned into William Lynch, who was on the breakaway.
Yes.
So even if it's not a red card, that has to be called for a free kick and a yellow card because he made absolutely no attempt to play the ball.
Instead, they call a throw-in, and Lynch is still down. I mean, this is ridiculous. And Coach Blevins is out on the field now. And right now, I mean, it's already getting chippy, to say the least. Trainer Jen Salmon will go out and check on William Lynch. And again, the keeper, it was not malicious by any means, but he did come out of the box and did not make a play on the ball and collided with Lynch, did Eaton. So as Kyle said, at the least, it ought to be a yellow card and a free kick there, if not a red card and an ejection, which, again, I've seen less get a red card.
It shouldn't. I don't think it should be a red card because there was a defender back for Murray kind of even with the goalie. So, I mean, was it a clear and goal-scoring opportunity? No. So a red card, I think, I don't think you issue, but you have to call the foul because the keeper and the Murray High player got no ball at all and got nothing but William Lynch, and so it has to be a foul. That has to be a foul.
Lynch now to his feet.
If we had VAR, video assistant replay tonight, that would be a free kick and foul called back all day of the week.
Lynch more shaken up.
Call Mark Clattenburg, one of the best referees in Europe, because that's coming back all day.
So just very slow and gingerly. One, I believe, concussion protocol check in the head, and also kind of favoring the right leg.
He got walloped.
Is William Lynch.
he got.
And, of course, for Marshall, it is, without a doubt, your best returning player. It's the region player of the year, your leading goal scorer, your leading assist maker, holding his hip now.
And I'm surprised that, okay, don't call the foul, but the play was still allowed to go on.
As the body's laying there on the ground.
As the player for Marshall is going down.
So, of course, Lynch will have to come off. Kean Court will replace him at the forward position. 25 and a half left here in the first half. Murray with a 1-0 lead, but again, more importantly, the health of William Lynch and the no call as the keeper Eaton came out and just clocked Lynch and did not play the ball, whether he made an attempt or not, didn't touch it.
Yeah, but you're right. There was no malicious activity,
no.
But that doesn't take away from the fact that it was absolutely a foul.
Foul, it didn't get called. Marshall with a throw-in, though, in their offensive half here on the near touchline right side. Marshall will just have to regroup from what's been a rough last 10 minutes from giving up the goal on an indirect kick to now the injury to Lynch and no foul called as Evans has it between the circles for the Marshalls offensively. Back to Strader. Volleyed up ahead towards Court, but cleared away by Murray.
Yeah, we're kind of getting out of that possession that we had, and a lot of it's because we're playing too much through the center when we're doing too well on the wings. So we need to get that ball on the sidelines and advance it that way.
Evans, good cross to Strader. 22 yards out towards Court, but cleared away by Murray High's Connor Blaylock, another returning starter from last year. Trying to shake away a defender, though, is Riley. Feeds it towards Court, but that's three Murray High defenders around him. Now Boone has it for the Marshals, gets hip check out of the way, and that will be a foul.
And it wasn't.
On Caden Kane.
I mean, you got to call that. I mean,
could be a makeup call. Caden Kane did extend his hip out more than anything, but either way, Marshall will get a free kick between the circles here about 30 yards out. Quick by Hicks, and it's online. What a save by Eaton. I mean, nobody from Murray High was ready for that, and Eaton at the last moment dove to his right, and that is a save, his second of the game.
Yeah, really good save by Eaton there because that ball was on the line, like you said, going to that far post, well taken by Hicks.
Riley now around Leon, and a nice tackle that time by Leon to knock the ball away. But it will be a corner kick, though, for the Marshals. Far corner to our right, left to right angle. We'll see if Evans takes it. He normally does, and he will. Jericho Evans will come over, left to right angle. 23 and a half minutes left in the first half. 1-0 Murray High. Evans will come downhill. Short kick to Wood on the left. Now back to Evans, face of the net, headed by Davis, but he couldn't get it turned towards the net and cleared out by Murray. Up ahead to Caden Kane, who jumps over it, misses it, but gets it back as Boone now brings pressure. And clears it downfield to nobody. And that'll be easily picked up.
And that's kind of been the attack for Marshall for Murray. When Murray gets the ball around the half line, they're looking to kick it long, whether they're switching the field or play straight up the gut.
What a kick by Hicks, about 60 yards, but offsides is Riley.
And that's okay. And you could hear Coach Blevins saying that's fine, and it is because, again, we had the ball on the right side of the field and a great switch to the left side. So still using those wings to kind of get the ball up the field into dangerous positions for the Marshals.
22 and a half left here in the first half. 1-0 Murray. Strader with it at the half line on a stop for the Marshals up to Shaver near touch line right side. Now taken away by Harris. Harris about overran the ball for Murray High. Taps it back to Rennick. Now far back to Blaylock, who kicks it deep. Again, they're just looking for Bogus. He just posts up down there, that 6'6" frame. And Kane is kind of the runner trying to help out as well. Out of bounds and a throw-in coming. Here comes in for Murray High, Dylan McCallan and Nate White. Out will be Abraham Leon and Max Rosen. Also in for the Marshals will be Landon Kinder. So Kinder comes in for the Marshals, and Strader will come out. Throw in for Murray between the circles comes to the foot of Rennick, who already scored in this game. Now trying to shake off the defender, John Wood. Can't do it. Backs it up to Harris. Now ball loose. Kinder had it. Now Hicks just breaks through the middle and has it for the Marshals. Deep kick towards Riley and Court, who will get to it first, though it's going to be the Murray High defender. Keaton McCoy, who clears that one out for a throw-in.
It's still a good job by Hicks to get up there and put that ball in a dangerous position. And Colin Riley, with the pressure that he was putting down in that right back for Murray, it forced the Murray high right back just to kick it out and clear it so he can get numbers back in a defensive position.
Jack Knowles will come in for the Marshals, give Shaver a reprieve. Again, 1-0 Murray. Marshall has it here at the half line. Hicks taps it up to Evans. Now to Wood between the circles. No look to his right, but Murray high only one there. They clear it away for a moment. Now Cord had a breakaway chance. May have got held up there by Blaylock. No play, no call. We play on. Near touchline now with it. Knowles for the Marshals. Crosses the face of the net towards Riley on the far post down to the corner. And he does save it in, barely, and then it does go out. Throw in for Murray. Again, we're in the CFSB Investments Broadcast Center alongside Kyle Johnson. I'm Aaron Clayton with you on 95.7 FM WCCK and also online at MarshallCountyDaily.com at the WCCK Listen Live link at the bottom of the page. You can also see the stream link if you want to type it in your URL and save it on my Twitter at WCBL Sports OP. Another sub here for Murray. Cameron Murphy will come in for Caden King. Again, the Lady Marshals won earlier tonight 5-0 against Murray, but had a 1-0 lead till about 25 minutes left in that game, then just broke it open with 4 goals in about the span of 10 minutes. Hicks' high arching kick didn't go deep, but the half line it goes off the head, though, of Blaylock out of bounds for a Marshall throw-in. Knowles will take it to throw in for Marshall. In towards Core, but he's double-teamed. Trying to get around Rennick, can't do it. Cleared away by McChristian. Ball still in the Marshall offensive half, though. Riley with it now between the circles. Left to right angle inside the 18, headed away by Harris. For Murray high, back to the between the circles to Kinder. Kinder for the Marshals. Fakes left, goes right. Head to Wood, back to Kinder. Between the circles, shot towards the net, but just wide right. Good look that time by Landon Kinder.
Yeah, Kinder had a good look there and didn't do too bad on that. Got a pretty good shot on it. Had some pace, just barely wide of that right post.
Carson Gillum will come in. He'll replace Collier Crouch. Free kick here in the box. Short kick by the keeper. And it goes out of bounds for a Marshall throw-in. Marshall still with possession. Straighter up to Evans. Evans gets undercut. Good tackle that time by Murray High and clears it deep. Hicks has to retrieve it for the Marshals. Still 1-0 Murray, 18-20 left in the first half. Off the indirect kick from 50 yards out by Chase Rennick. Again, William Lynch out with an injury after getting just clobbered by the keeper who came about 10 feet out of the box. Went out favoring his hip. Hicks with it at the half line for the Marshals. Down the far touchline around the left side of Bogus. Throws out the elbow. And Hicks sells it but doesn't get the call, but it does come up ahead to Riley. Shot towards the net. Goes off the head of a defender, so a corner kick here. As back in for the Marshals will be Ethan Tabor.
Yeah, I mean, Marshall's doing well. I mean, they're doing what they need to do to get these shots off and to get the ball in the box. I mean, I would say in this game, 17.5 left in this first half, Marshall has been in their offensive half for probably 90% of the game, if not more, and even more so, probably 60% in Murray's offensive third. So they're getting the looks. They just got to connect, got to finish.
Here comes Evans' corner, left to right, second from there, face of the net, headed by Davis, and just over the crossbar on the good look.
Yeah, don't sleep on Logan Davis. I mean, he's getting
had a couple from that angle.
He has. He's gotten the ups this year off those set pieces and those corner kicks to get ahead on it.
16:55 left here in the first half. 1-0 Murray High with the lead. For the longest Marshall's been in a deficit this season. Had a short 1-goal deficit to Henderson County in a game where they ended up tying 4-4, but led at 1 point 4-2. Between the circles here, Kinder for the Marshals, trying to get around the left side of Carson Gillum. Gillum clears it out, but Marshall takes it right back up ahead to Knowles on the 18. Trying to get around Harris down to the corner right side. Down near the flag, trying to cross it back in. Out of bounds it goes. Murray throw in. And we don't know the severity of Lynch's injury. He's trying to walk it off and do some exercises on the far sideline.
It looked like they were kind of rolling his thigh. You know, maybe he just got dead-legged. I really thought it was more of an upper.
Yeah, initially you thought it was the head.
Chest or head or something.
Whistle on a foul here between the circles on Murray. Push off on Gillum. Marshall get a free kick here. Hicks will come up and take it again about 35 yards out right side. Set up a two-man wall in front. That's Bogus and Gillum. Goes over their heads, far post. Ball drops in the 18. Tabor trying to get a foot on it, but he can't. Cleared away by Murray. Bogus met by Hicks. Now takeaway by Davis for Marshall at the 18, extended left side. Down to Court on the end line. Trying to cross it back to the face of the net, cleared away by Murray. Top of the circle now. Hicks gets it back for the Marshalls offensively. Now collides with the defender. They hook up. No call either way. Bogus with a steal for the Murray High Tigers, but all covered up by Marshall defenders. Hicks knocks it away from him up ahead to Tabor. Now Court and Wood work in tandem between the circles. Court about 30 yards out right side of Knowles at the 18. Crosses it off the foot of Harris out of bounds.
Yeah, just a good spell of possession by Marshall, able to close down on Murray, win possession back, playing the ball into space, good overlapping runs to work the ball from the left side through the center back to the right side. Jack Knowles did a great job getting to that ball and getting the cross off and forcing the corner kick.
Out is Evans, in is Logan Parker, also the Marshall County football starting kicker, a sophomore, has a heck of a leg on that young man. It'll be John Wood to take it here. Right to left. Far post. Cleared out. But back to Marshall. Kinder with it. Now to Parker between the circles. Double team. Comes right corner to Boone. Still ball loose near the 18. Now Murray finally clears it away by Murphy. Now volley deep by Bogus and Murray. Quick up is Murphy. Good run that time. Hicks didn't see him coming. Hicks had to clear it quickly up to the half line to Knowles. Knowles down the near touch line towards Wood. Wood jumps over a defender, but ball cleared away by Murray High's Connor Blaylock. 13.5 minutes left in the half. 1-0 Murray. In the CFSB Investments Broadcast Center here at the Colburn Soccer Complex in Graftonville. Be back here Thursday night, good Lord willing, for a big-time boys matchup against McCracken. Now 6 o'clock start time for a varsity only. A little toe tap laterally from Wood to Kinder. Now down in the corner towards Boone, right side. Boone met by Harris. Out of bounds. And Riley back in for the Marshalls.
Yeah, that's a good job by the coaching staff to get some of the starters out, just to get a quick breather so you can insert them for the last 13 minutes of this first half. I mean, Marshall, they're doing well. They're moving the ball. I mean, they've got possession. When Murray gets the ball, they're trying to play it long and use their athleticism to get in behind the Marshall County defense. So, you know the game plan. So Marshall needs to make sure that they adjust for that on the defensive side.
Now, corner coming up for the Marshalls on a clear out by Murray. Fourth time of the charm, we shall see. Again, it'll be John Wood. Right to left uphill. Face of the net. Headed out by Bogus, though. Murray, but back to Riley at the 18, extended right side. Here's a shot towards the net, but cleared away by Murray. Now Parker puts a foot on it for the Marshalls. Now Davis with it, far corner, trying to work it around two defenders, and again a clear out by Murray, and again a corner kick. This will go far corner left side.
Yeah, I really want to see Marshall land this ball kind of around that 6, around the 12, put it in a very dangerous place. Don't play that ball and have an outswinger where it goes too far away from the mouth of the goal.
Key and Court will take it. Going down the hill to the left of the flag. Again, far corner to our right as we see it. Cross to the near post, knocked away by the keeper as he came out of the net. And now Marshall loses possession. Murray with a clear out, but then headed away by Shadoan. Ball still free inside the 18, and Marshall Kicks it wide of the net.
Yeah, Colin Riley chested that one down right under the right foot of Eric Hicks. Just couldn't get a hold of it to put it on frame.
Max Rosa, Caden Kane in for Murray. And good news, William Lynch back in for the Marshals. So he is okay. Court will come out for the Marshals.
In for Marshall County, returning number 26, William Lynch.
So 11 minutes remains here in the first half. Still 1-0 Murray High off that amazing indirect kick from 50 yards out that had nobody touched it, would not have even counted, but again, trying to be the good keeper that Claiborne is, he did go after it, punched it, but it hit off the crossbar and in, and that's the only goal. Marshall's had a few shots at the net, and that's been the only shot by Murray. So one shot on goal, one goal. But here's a good cross, good lead to number 2 right here from Rosa, up ahead to Kane. Kane gets undercut, and that will be a free kick.
Okay. Against Murray.
Against Murray.
I was about to say that was all ball. That was all ball, but.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Parker, Kinder actually made the tackle, and it looked clean, but I saw the whistle go up. I thought, well, initially it's going to have to be called against Kinder, but instead Kane, they give him the award for kind of flipping in the air, and now here's a whistle as the ball was about to be thrown back in. Now Murray has possession with a throw into the half line. Rennick has it. Rennick just kicks it down the middle of the field on the ground. Cleared away by Parker. Now Lynch for Marshall. Lets it drop at the half line far side. Comes down that far touchline to the left. Gets between 2 defenders up ahead to Riley. Riley, little toe tap back towards Lynch. Lynch at the 18 straight away. Tries to fire it far post towards Wood. And it's off the post right side. Good look. Just missed it by an inch.
Yeah, really good work by Marshall County to use that ball, kind of keep it on the ground, making quick 1-2 passes from the left side into the center where Colin Riley is able to receive it at the top of the D with his back to goal. Turns over his left shoulder to play it to an unrunning Jack Knowles into the box. Jack one-times it with his right leg in towards the goal. Almost got upper V, but barely clipped the outside of that post.
Jay Strader back in as well as Alex Shavrin. Murray now on the counter. Down the far touchline right side, it is Nate Wyatt. Wyatt double team, taps it back to McCallum between the circles. Now comes the 18 left side, and another whistle,
Offsides.
And he was offsides.
Marshall's doing a good job. Sometimes I get a little worried that there's only 1 or 2 Marshall players back to be able to hold up the long, direct style of Murray, but Marshall's doing a good job backtracking and getting into those positions.
Rosa was offsides. Now clear out by Murray leads to a Marshall throw-in as Evans will come back in. Throw in by Boone. Slow roller though off Shedder's foot quickly. Davis comes up before he gets met by Rosa. Now Murray again with a clear out. 8:20 left here in the first half. 1-0 Murray High. Marshall again. It's been a while since they've lost to Murray. Now there's been a lot of close games since that time. You had 3 extra time games, 2 penalty kick games 2 years ago. 3-0 and 3-1 wins a year ago. Into the game now for Murray. Abraham Leon.
Returning for Murray, number 10, Abraham.
She would have to go back to 2017. Coach Rosa's second here. Throw in here out the head of Shavrin, but up to Harris now for Marshall, and then Harris kicks it off the chest of Shavrin. Going again for Murray High. Off the right foot of Gillum. Good kick downfield and breakaway chance here for the Tigers. Inside the 18. Nice slide tackle that time by Hicks to knock it away from Leon.
And that's all about that kind of pressure cover where Shadoan did a good job getting to that. Unlucky, he mistimed it, which Murray was able to knock that ball towards goal. But with Hicks kind of being that last guy, he could come in, swoop in, get that clearance out to the wing.
Throw in here for Murray High. And about their own 18 offensively. Comes to the right post and knocked away by Hicks. Murray with a kick towards the goal and a late hit by Shadoan, no call. Knocking it away from Rennick. So a goal kick here for the Marshals. 6:40 left in the half, though. 1-0 Murray High. Hicks down towards the half line to Shaver, met by Harris out of bounds. Throw in for Marshall here at the half line to Evans. Back to Parker up ahead, but Parker's pass knocked away by McCallan. McCallan has it for Murray. Now ball collision here between Shaver not once but twice with Max Rosa. And here touch on again, Shaver out of bounds and a throw in for Murray High. Bogus back in. And Bogus will replace Keaton McCoy.
Yeah, it's an interesting move. I mean, Bogus was playing forward for just about 35 minutes of this game. After coming off the bench, he's going to the right mid, and the right back position, and you have to think that's to keep up with William Lynch, who's kind of playing on the left side, but also kind of up high as well.
Lynch's speed, Bogus's length, which will win out.
Yeah, and it looks like number 14, the right back that's coming off the field from Murray, is kind of holding onto his arm, so maybe an injury there.
5.5 left here in the first half of action. Throwing by Murray, controlled by Murray between the circles. Rennick trying to feed it up to Kane. Kane with a breakaway inside the 18, and another nice tackle by Davis from behind. Save it would have been the second goal of the game for Murray High.
Yeah, and did a good job clearing it out for a throw-in. Didn't even give up the corner.
Yeah, because, that was about 6 yards out. Somehow made it at the last second. Or it would have been 1v1 alongside Claiborne. Here's the throw in for Murray. Into the box. Drops in. Strader with a high kick, but before that a foul on Murray. Came with a push off. Goal kick.
Yeah, it's gonna be
and that's going to be on Marshall as Riley jumped over the back of Connor Blaylock. About 4.5 minutes left here in the first half. 1-0, Murray High with the lead. Here's the free kick by Bogus deep in the backfield. Goes far right post. Down in the corner, Shadoan tangle up with Leon, but out of bounds to Marshall. Again, the Lady Marshals won earlier tonight, 5-0. 4 goals on the second half. Here comes Murray High as Collier Crouch back in. They replace Carson Gillum. Goal kick by the Marshals. Deep kick, bounces about 60 yards, and now they're going to just tap it back to their keeper, Eaton, who punts it high in the air. He's been tested a few times tonight, and then he gets a good kick out of it. Parker trying to back up with Davis trying to get possession for the Marshals. Taken away momentarily by Crouch. Ball at the half line. Rennick at it momentarily. Harris, he taps it back to him. Now Lynch trying to get a takeaway for the Marshals alongside Shadoan. Now Evans joins the fray and gets it up ahead to Lynch. Lost it off the heel, though. Bogus takes it for the Marshall, or for Murray High, as pressure comes from behind by Riley and Shavern. Now Rennick with a clear, but again stopped by Davis, who's had a fantastic night defensively. Shavern with the left foot. Feels the pressure coming. Whistle blows, and a foul on Murray. Crouch with that one. Free kick coming on the touchline here, near side right to left. Hicks will slowly come over to take this kick. Again, right off the touchline, right to left angle, about 40 yards to the net. Goes to the 18 straight away. Riley had a foot on it. Couldn't get it turned, though, towards the net. Now back to Hicks, about 30 yards out, right side. Crosses towards Lynch inside the 18. Ball knocked around, but picked up by Eaton on a bounce. 2:20 left here in the first half. 1-0 Murray High. Davis going over the back that time. No call, though, as he knocks it away from Kane. Now bodies hit the deck. But winning that battle straighter, we play on as a Murray High player slow to get up. Now Riley trying to outrun the competition. Got by Crouch. Gets to the 18. Shot on goal. Save again. That was straight away 18 yards dead center, and what a play again by Eaton.
Yeah, Eaton did a great job because that ball had a lot of pace on it going far post, able to dive and get to it, and equally great job on being able to hold on to the ball.
Again, replaces the great Nathan Rogers, who was a 3-year starter for Murray High. Now Eaton, as a senior, getting his chance finally, and he's showing why he deserves to be the keeper. The chance here, though, by Lynch around the left of two defenders. It's down to the corner left side, trying to keep it in play. He does on the end line, now trying to get around Bogus. Just kind of floats it in towards the box, passes it to himself. Gets undercut, trying to tap it towards Lynch or Evans, and shot goes wide right by Parker.
Yeah, that was a good job by Marshall again. I mean, getting in on the left side of the field, attacking the flag. Lynch able to split two defenders that are right on him, right in between them by flicking that ball kind of over the the players for Murray. Able to split in between them, get the ball, gather it, pass it back to the top of the 18 for a pretty good shot.
Goal kick here by Eaton. Drops short of the half line to the foot of Strader. Murray, though, takes it back. That's Rennick, who has the lone goal tonight. And again, even though the competition maybe not as powerhouses induced with two games this year for Murray High with Trigg County, 5-0 win there. But again, we know how good Mayfield is. That's the lone goal they gave up, and that went to a penalty kick outing, which Murray High won, officially 2-1. And Marshall knows how good Mayfield is, also going to extra time, winning 2-1 at Mayfield. In my opinion, right now, without a doubt, the three best teams in this district are Marshall, Murray, and Mayfield. That's why it's going to be so important to get that one seed, if ever, before this year, because you don't want to play one of those other teams in that 2-3 do-or-die matchup. Lynch down the far touchline, crosses right side towards Riley, nice little toe tap back to Shadoan in the left corner. Crosses on the end line, face of the net, but cleared away again by Murray. Still inside the 18. Lynch trying to take it back. Murray still with possession, just seconds left here in this first half. Murray with it between the circles, but on their heels defensively. And there is the whistle for the half. 1-0 Murray. Marshall will come right to left. Murray left to right. Marshall with the initial kickoff, and here we go. Deep kick by Hicks. Trying to find Riley on the edge, but cleared away by Murray. Kyle, you're mentioning off the air and in the break, that this is one of those games you can really be caught up in and think, okay, we're playing well enough. We're going to get a goal here soon enough. But if you don't get a goal soon enough, it will definitely start creeping in your mind as the time winds down.
Absolutely. I mean, Marshall's controlled possession. They've controlled the shots, but they haven't been able to convert. And sometimes you get into that mindset, well, one will come. We've got time. And slowly that clock starts ticking away. For Marshall's case, it starts ticking away quickly. For Murray, slow. But you've got to make sure that you keep pushing. You've got to keep the foot on the gas.
Rennick will get a free kick here after the foul by Riley between the circles. Good angle for him, right to left, about 35 yards out. Knee down, almost a shot by Kane. Now he has to track it down on the end line and out of bounds. Goal kick for the Marshals. Marshals, as we said, only trail for a few minutes to Henderson in their first 6 games. That ended up in a tie, but that was it. This is the longest Marshall's been down in any game this season. Trail since the 33-30 mark of the first half. So for roughly 35 minutes, Marshals have been trying to get back in this one. Hicks with it in the backfield. Up ahead to Wood between two defenders. Works it on the near touchline, has Lynch to his right. Now No looks it and lost it off of his heel. And a takeaway by Murray. Knocked downfield by Leone. Comes right side. If Rose is on, he's got a chance here. He got one to beat inside the 18. Here's the shot on goal, and it's in. No, it's off the far post. How did that not roll in? Rosa put that one perfectly beyond the reach of Claiborne. There was nobody there to clear it out. And the soccer gods knocked it away because, it was on the inside of the post. Should have just rolled in and somehow ricocheted back out, and enough time for Claiborne to get it. And that is a lot of luck for the Marshals right there.
It is, but you got to, and here Marshall's on a breakaway.
And it's wide open to Lynch, 1-on-1, but it is offside, yes. Riley found Lynch, but offsides, and the goal will not count.
But you've got to give a lot of credit to Claiborne. He came out, made himself big, forced
the shot to go to the left,
to go far post, and just wasn't able to finish it. But really the issue with that play is too many numbers from the defensive positions for Marshall, specifically in the wings, tried pushing up to get involved in the attack, and that leaves a lot of space open for Murray High to get numbers up into space into those wings where one errant ball can easily get past you, and Murray High's in behind.
Strader upset. Got obstructed by McCallum. No call. Now breakaway chance for Bogus. Hicks in front of him. Here's the shot.
Wide.
And it's off the left of the net. So about 3 minutes gone by here in the second half, and
they're going to say corner.
Murray's had a couple of good looks. Now they'll get a corner kick here. Marshall definitely cannot afford to go down 2 goals.
Yeah, this is where the boys kind of need to wake up and establish that defensive shape along with the midfield.
It'll be Rennick to take the corner, who has the lone goal in this game. It'll be left to right, downhill, far corner to our right. Across the field to play. Here it comes from Rennick. Comes to the near post and off a couple of heads and to the near touchline now. See, ball boy was on the field there for a minute. Is Marshall able to clear it back to the half line? Now breakaway again for Bogus, and a good chance that time interrupted by Hicks. Hicks is down too. As Bogus, and again, really nothing malicious on Bogus. Bogus was going for the shot. Hicks was going to stop him.
Well, the center official is telling Bogus, one more time and you're going to get shown the book. I mean, that was really late.
Yeah.
Really late.
Yeah.
And I think he's lucky to get away without getting booked there.
I guess maybe because he had that advantage for so long into the 18, and then Hicks made an amazing play. I understand.
It's Bogus' first foul, so, I kind of side with the ref.
Yeah.
But, man, was it close.
Yeah, he did kind of. When he went down, he stuck those legs out. But either way, Marshall has possession, but can they get a goal here? Hicks down middle of the field, but knocked down by Gavin Harris. Harris, the junior, on the return.
Marshall just does not have their shape yet.
He gets undercut, and that'll be a foul.
Just a silly foul for Marshall.
Yeah, straight at that time, undercutting Gavin Harris.
There's a bad pass from Murray. They were going to turn it right over to Marshall, and by committing that foul, they're giving the ball right back to Murray.
Yep. So free kick again. Rennick will take him. He's about half out at the half line where he was when he made the goal in the first half. This is going to be far touch line. He was more middle of the field. This is a line drive kick inside the 18. On a bounce, Claiborne has to be ready for it. And he does to save that one, or it would have been in the back of the net. What a shot by Rennick. 34-45 left in the game. Marshall trails by 1-0 Murray. On paper, Murray definitely was the next team in line next to Marshall in this district. You never know until you see them, but they brought so much back from a good team the last couple of years, and they want to make headway this year. You knew this week would probably be the toughest because you play Murray, your closest district competitor. Now, Mayfields may have kind of pushed the envelope on that, and you got McCracken, the best other region competitor, and then you go to Davis County Saturday. Unfortunately, we won't have that game, but they're one of the best teams in the state. Lynch, good feed down the middle of the field towards Riley, but Riley double-teamed, and ahead of the play that time was McCoy to clear it away. So, you're playing three of the best you'll see all year, back to back to back. And then next weekend, you will play the two best teams you will see all year in E-Town and North Oldham, both ranked in the top 5 in the state.
Yeah, right now Marshall's just too spread out north to south. They got to kind of push up and close that space down. That doesn't give, so it won't give Murray space to work.
Claiborne going to come way out. He better beat Bogus, and he does.
Whoa!
And Bogus just undercuts Claiborne right at the kneecap.
That has to be a red.
And we will see what Bogus gets here. He'll get a yellow. No, it's a red. It is a red, and Bogus is out. So Bogus has been ejected from this game and the next two games as he went right at the kneecap.
My gosh.
As Claiborne came out of the box, and he is walking
he went sliding
gingerly
in way after the ball was clear, studs up straight into Claiborne.
And you got to think this comes just after he had the foul that was committed a moment ago on Hicks. So Bogus, the best forward they have, their tallest player, their longest player, their speediest player, is out for this game, and he's out for the next two games. Any red card ejection, whether it be a coach or a player, if you get a red card, you're out the remainder of this game, and you're out the next two games. So Bogus is out, and Murray will play a man down the rest of this game. It will be 11-on-10 Marshall's the rest of the game for 33-19 of this matchup. So, of course, also on the foul, you'll get Hicks with a free kick in the backfield. Luckily, Claiborne is up, and he went up in the air. Of course, you get a 6'6" Bogus coming at you at the kneecap. Studs up, as Kyle said, and gets flipped in the air. Glad he's doing all right. That's the main thing. Again, after Lynch already got undercut by the keeper earlier in the game. Now Marshall on a breakaway chance here. Here's Evans. Good toe tap to Lynch, but too far in the box on the goal line now. Crosses back to Shadoan. Kicked it off a defender's rear end. That was Leon. And now clear back to the top of the circle. Schrader with it for the Marshals. Volleys it up and easily picked up by Eaton.
Yeah, I'm sorry for our listeners at home. It was just
But that was
it was so dangerous. And I mean that is absolutely how a leg gets broken.
Almost a handball. It is a handball on Schrader at the half line. So again, Murray a man down the rest of this game. Straight red for Bogus. So Trey Bogus, the senior, 6'6" forward, out of the game and out of the next two for Murray High. For going studs up into the keeper after he had just went studs up to Hicks and play again.
And that's the reason for the red card is that he went.
He was just warned a moment ago.
He flicked his boots straight up to where those studs were going straight into Claiborne. You know, against Hicks, it was, you know, questionable late time, okay. But that.
Wood with a breakaway chance here. Finds Shavern on the bounce. Gets around Harris. He's inside the 18. Shavern down to the 10. Fakes out Harris. Shot on goal, but he kicks it too high by about 2 feet. Beautiful look by Shavern, but out of bounds.
Yeah, Shavern did a good job. I mean, running under that ball, knocking it down, having great control, dribbling around the defender, shaking him by cutting that ball from the right to the left foot and just got under it just a little too much to send that one skimming across the top of the crossbar.
So a goal kick here, short kick, comes out laterally right to left from Eaton. Now top of the circle, good feed towards Lynch from Wood. Lynch fakes right, goes left, 6-yard box. No, knocked away by Leon. Ball still free inside the 18. Here's a shot towards Riley. He can't get it turned, and there's a push in the back on Leon and a free kick just outside the box for Marshall County. Evans will take it about 22 yards out. Evans.
Hicks has got to take this.
Yeah, let's see now. Now Evans by the ball, but Hicks coming up saying.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's actually Hicks or Jericho Evans can take this, either one. I mean, they both have a lot of power, and they can do a really good job of placing this ball in frame.
So they're going to talk about it as Murray sets up a 3-man wall initially inside the 18. Again, this is about 22 yards out straight away. Best chance Marshall's had tonight on a direct kick opportunity. So Hicks and Evans will both stay back. 30.5 minutes left in this game. 1-0 Murray High with the lead. Marshall playing a man up as Murray High's Trey Bogus red carded and ejected from this game. Hicks will take the kick, short it to Lynch, back to Hicks, and he left it too short. And Murray clears it out. It was a good thought. Would have gave an 18-yarder straightaway shot for Hicks, but now Evans with it for the Marshals. Down in the corner left side. Gets arm and arm, and now jawing back and forth with Wesley McChristran. And who would have guessed a Murray High Marshall game chippy with a lot of jawing and a lot of physicality. But we've got it here tonight. Boone with it on the far touchline for the Marshals right side. Inside the circles now. Down to the 18. Lofted towards the net. Goes over the crossbar, out of bounds. Goal kick for Murray. 29:45 left in the game. It is 1-0 Murray High on the kick. 6 minutes in by Chase Rennick from 50 yards on an indirect kick that barely grazed underneath the crossbar in the fist of Claiborne. The big story was, again, the injury to Lynch early on. He's back, and the no call on that foul. And then Bogus back-to-back fouls, with the second being studs up, feet right to the kneecap of Claiborne, the keeper. And he was red carded and ejected. So Murray's a man down, and now Wood gets undercut by McCallum, and another free kick for the Marshals. The Marshals got to make Murray pay here. They've got to put one in the back of the net.
Absolutely. I mean, Murray's a man down, and Murray's also got two forwards up top a lot of times. So that means you've got numbers in the attack because there's just not as many players for Murray defending. So
Hicks over the wall, but about 10 feet too high over the crossbar. And for Murray, to put it in perspective for them, they will now not have their one of the best forwards, Bogus, against Callaway County in a district game, who they'll play next, as well as Evansville Rights. Back slow in now for the Marshals. Boone will sit down. Short goal kick. Lynch almost made him pay, but able to clear it out as the keeper, Eaton. Headed down towards Shavern. That'll be a foul on Shavern as he pushed off that time on Carson Gillum. Free kick in the backfield here for Murray High. Here comes a free kick That time from Rennick. Up ahead to Caden Kane. Kane leads the team in scoring this year. Taps it back towards Rennick. Rennick didn't get a good foot on it and goes out of bounds for a throw-in. Throw-in towards Strader's head, but cleared away by Murray at the half line. Now Strader with it in the backfield, gets pushed off, but he pushes as well. Ball goes free, and we play on. Strader has it now down that far touchline, up ahead towards Lynch between the circles. Good feed towards Riley, but he overshot him. That's going to be picked up by the keeper, Eaton. So Eaton will punt it away at the 18. Goes off the back of a Murray High midfielder out of bounds for Marshall. Throw-in. 27 minutes all that's left, and Murray still leads even with a man down over Marshall 1-0. Marshall's had about 4 or 5 good looks, but 4 or 5 good saves from Eaton in this game as well. Marshall with it at the half line, up ahead to Wood. Good volley towards Lynch, but he was offsides, and either way he'll back up and allow the keeper to scoop it up.
Yeah, Marshall, sometimes, you're getting shots off, you're controlling the game, you're down 1-0, pressure starts to build, and now you're up a man. You've got a one-man advantage, and that also builds pressure too, so Marshall's got to stay in.
Good volley by Shavern to Maxlow, crosses face of the net to Lynch, and it's still free. Lynch got face-to-face with the keeper and did not have enough room to kick the ball, and another break for Murray High as they'll clear it out of bounds.
Man.
Throw in here for the Marshalls.
Just good job by Eaton coming up big. I mean, Eaton is keeping this Tiger team in the lead.
Lynch double team just outside the 18. In the box now. Cuts through one defender. Now another. About 16 yards out now. Face of the net trying to find it to Shadoan, but instead cleared away by Murray. Hicks has it now for Marshall. Good cross to Strader. Between the circles has it knocked away and a takeaway by Leon. Abraham Leon covered up by Strader. Ball comes free, and Maxlow will have it for the Marshalls. Feeds it up ahead to Wood. Wood, nice fake, goes right and left. Got by one defender, could not get by the second, though, and McAllen. Bodies hit the deck, we play on. 2 Murray High players are down. Marshall got to take advantage. Down to Riley on the elbow, 18 outside left corner. Now top of the circle, 22 yards out. Evans slows it up. Feeds towards Lynch, back to Evans inside the 18, kicks it off a defender. That will be a corner kick as he kicked it off the back of Blaylock. And back in is Crouch for Murray High. Should be a corner kick here for the Marshalls.
I mean, Marshall's moving well. My only concern with Marshall, sometimes on the defensive side, committing too many numbers forward. And, that's great if you've got players that can come back and cover that spot if Murray High's able to get ball, because you know what they're going to do. They're going to play it long. They're going to play it a little more direct to try to get in behind the defense.
Evans will take the corner left to right, near corner to our left. Here it comes. Far post, but out of the box and cleared away by Murray. Be a throw in for Marshall.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why we're sending a cross out to the 18. That one needs to be in a more dangerous position.
Throw in here by Marshall. In the box towards Wood and Knowles. Knowles shot. Saved by Eaton. Lynch trying to tap it back on the rebound and cannot. What a shot by Knowles. And again, Eaton, what a save.
Right now, Eaton's the man of the match.
He is. It's amazing the saves he has made. He has waited his turn. Rogers, again, the goalie for the last few years. Eaton, a senior this year, has one chance to start at varsity, and he is making the most of it. Has only given up 1 goal all year now in these 3 games. That was to Mayfield.
Eaton was even a good field player last year.
Yeah. Again, the lone goal was to a Mayfield team that they had to beat in penalty kicks. Marshall right now may take penalty kicks, so they got to tie this game first. Feed by Shadoan, cleared away by Murray. Back to the half line to Hicks, and Hicks overshot it towards Shadoan, out of bounds for a throw-in. 23:40 left in this game. 1-0 Murray High, even though they're down a man with Bogus ejected on the red card after the second straight foul on an undercut move with the studs up first to Riley and then to the keeper, Claiborne. Knowles with it on the far corner right side now for the Marshalls, getting pushed out of bounds, keeps it in though, and then kicks it wide right of the net with a goal kick for Murray. The time ticking away. Into the game now for Murray, Nate Wyatt. He'll replace Max Rosa. who just missed on a beautiful opportunity a little bit earlier. That was Murray's second best chance after the lone goal. It got past Claiborne. He was wide, made the shot go far post, but again, it hit on the inside of the post. Normally, 9 out of 10 times it just goes in the net from there, but it still ricocheted back out and gave the Marshals hope. Hicks with it between the circles. Fires ahead to Wood. Good instep move towards Court in the box. Court looked like that knocked off a Murray defender. Should be a corner. Yeah, it really looked like it touched Carson Gillum last. And it will be a corner for the Marshals. Far corner to our left, right to left angle downhill. Key and Court will take the corner. Got one on the near post, one on the far post. That's Wood. And here's the kick from Key and Court.
Nobody on the post for Murray.
Near post, headed up and over the bar. Everybody came out, and nobody, had it been on goal, it would have easily went in, but about 2 feet over off the head of John Wood.
Yeah, if nobody's going to be in the post for Murray, that gives you a lot of space, a big window to shoot for.
Goal kick. Hicks takes it for Marshall in the backfield. Defensively up ahead to Shadoan and Court. Shadoan. Good cross here back to the half line to Kinder and lets it go to Hicks. Hicks brings pressure to himself. Now trying to get him through 2 defenders. He gets around Leon. Gets it into the offensive half. Has Lynch to his right. Instead goes ahead to Court on the goal line, left side of the box. Now inside the 18. Crosses to the face of the net. Wood shot on goal and almost off the hand of a defender. And it is going to be off the elbow of a defender, not a handball, but it will be a corner kick.
Yeah, the Murray defender did a good job keeping his hands close to his body, not in a natural position. If that would have been extended out away from his body in what we call an unnatural position, it would have been a PK. But good job by the Murray defense there.
Yeah, Connor Blaylock last touching that. Another corner for Court. But we're about 3/4 through this one. Just over 20 minutes to play, and the Marshals still trail 1-0. Court, right to left corner. Comes short to the top of the 18 to Lynch. Lynch double teamed, loses possession. Kane with a steal. Now battling with the Lynch is Caden Kane out of bounds off of Caden Kane. Throw in for Marshall. Knowles kind of bumping the chest of Kane. Throw in here to the 18 towards Riley. Cleared away by Murray. Ball drops between the circles. Shadoan has it for the Marshals up ahead towards Court. Cleared away by Murray. Throw in coming. Throw in comes towards the 18. Now back to Shadoan at the corner left side. And if that went off a defender, yes it did. That'll be another corner kick here near touchline. To our left, Marshals had a slew of them tonight.
Marshals, they've got to do better than what they've been doing on these set pieces.
Short corner. Back to Court. Trying to get inside the 18 and cleared away again by Murray.
It's almost as if we're doing these short corners and not everybody's not on the same page to where once you receive the ball, you don't know what to really do with it, and that's why we're coughing it up.
This time it's a throw-in on the flag by Court. Towards the box, but headed out by Murray. Shadoan had it for a moment. Hicks coming up to knock it back in, but now cleared away by Murray. Only one's back are the Marshall defenders. Davis. Now I got to watch out. Here's Maxlow as he sees Kane coming. They'll just knock it back to Claiborne. Then up ahead to Davis. Davis to Maxlow far touchline. Murray's fine with this though. Marshall in their defensive backfield. Maxlow now gets it across the half line up ahead to Knowles. Knowles feeds it towards Court at the 18, trying to let it go off the noggin, but instead it comes out and cleared away by the keeper. Throw in coming. Comes into Shadoan at the 18, extended left side. Crosses now to the right side towards Knowles. Need towards the net, but out of bounds. Down to 18:50 left, still Murray 1, Marshall nothing, and Murray down a man. Trey Bogus ejected on that red card early in this second half. Going studs up, kneecapping the keeper, Stephen Claiborne, after he had just undercut Hicks a moment before. So he's out this game and the next 2. Davis heads down the goal kick, and then Lynch gets hit from behind. That time by Rennick, so another free kick by the Marshals in Hicks' wheelhouse. He's going to short kick it, though, up ahead to Wood. Spins by a defender, shot towards the net, kicked off a defender. It'll be another corner kick here.
Yeah, it was a good shot by Wood. Just unlucky there again. Murray player throwing their body in front of it to deflect it.
Jericho Evans in for the Marshals. Dylan McCallum in for the Tigers. And now with Evans back in, he will take this corner kick. He set up a few this year that have went in the back of the net. Can he do it again here? Right to left, far corner to our left, downhill. So here is the corner kick, right to left from Evans. Lost it up, face of the net, straight away, headed down, and off the post by Shadoan and Court. Ball still free inside the 18. Headed back to Lynch at the 18. There's a shot through the middle of three defenders and somehow cleared out by Eaton. Shot back again by Evans, goes over the post. Murray High player down in the box, and what a game by Josh Eaton. Saved another one, can't tell who's down for Murray High. Over to the left of the goal. Slow to get up. And they're stopping this game for injury timeout. So with that injury timeout, we'll see who this is, and we'll take a break ourselves. Powered by DC Electric, this is WCCK Sports. Back here in the CFSB Investments Broadcast Center as the Murray High player is coming to their feet. I believe it's number 3, and if it's number 3, it's Connor Blaylock, and it is, the 6'2 senior defender and midfielder. Again, he was caught in the fray of players off to the left of the goal when the shot attempts are going in by the Marshals, so don't exactly saw what happened to him. Again, they were checking his upper body initially, so I don't believe it's a leg injury, but he is coming off the field on his own power just very slowly. And again, to recap, a wild game it has been. Murray leads Marshall in the district matchup here tonight in Draftonville and boys soccer 1-0. 6 minutes in, a 50-yarder indirect kick off a handball by Chase Rennick that had been left alone would have not counted, but since the play was made by Claiborne to knock it away and it went in underneath the crossbar, 1-0 Murray. You have Bogus out of the game and Murray a man down after he was red carded after a couple of back-to-back fouls on some studs up. You've had an injury to Lynch. He's back in. Another injury down here to Blaylock. A lot of jawing, a lot of physicality. And the Marshals trailing here late. 1-0 Murray, 16:50 left in the game, and we're back to action. Higgs hands it at the midfield. From the stripe, he finds Lynch. Lynch trying to kick it off the chest of wood. It's going to roll to the far corner to Knowles. Knowles saves it in, face of the net. But cleared away by Murray momentarily, still inside the 18, and now back to the half line. Davis with it for Marshall. Cuts between two defenders, up ahead now to Hicks. Finds Lynch between the circles. Back to Hicks, and now a whistle on a foul on Murray. And then Evans getting caught up with a defender, Leon. And this is just, again, getting a little out of hand to say the least. Quick kick by Hicks on the free kick, up ahead to Riley on the 18 extended right side. Riley shot towards the net. Ricochets off a defender. Goes right of the flag. Should be a corner kick here again for the Marshals. They've had a ton tonight.
Yeah, this is the 6th in the second half alone.
Evans will get it from the near corner left side, left to right angle. He pointed to Court, said, go on. I'm kicking it deep. He's going towards the post as Boom will come back in for Maxlow.
And for Murray.
So let's see what Jericho Evans can do here.
Yeah, Marshall's, they have nobody back, which I understand. You got to get numbers up because you've got to score. But they got to make sure that they're going to get back as well.
Here comes from Evans, left to right, far post, right side. Need by Davis, but off of the player, and then off of the post right side. Punch maybe. And yes, they're going to say it was punched out of bounds again by Josh Eaton. Corner kick again for the Marshalls, far right side.
Man, that was a great shot, too. I mean, far post and Eaton's reaction time. He had no time to react because the ball went through 4 or 5 players.
So again, Evans opposite side now, right to left kick. Downhill. Comes near post. Headed out by Murray, but right to Shadowan. Inside the 18 to Davis. Davis couldn't get a good foot on it. Now cleared back to the half line. Only one back for Marshall is Boone. Boone has it right in the MC. Moves it far touch line to Evans. Evans trying to work around the right side of McCallum. Down in the corner right side. Crosses face of the net. Keeper's out of position. Open net for a moment. Shot towards the net is good. On the rebound, the Marshall strike, John Wood ties the game at 1 with 14:45 left in the game. John Wood there on the rebound, puts it in.
And I mean, Eaton almost bailed Murray out again. I mean, he was able to get on the ground, that ball coming across the 6, but wasn't able to hold on to it. And that ball kind of just floated around for a couple of seconds, what seemed like, between Wood and Lynch. And Wood was finally able to use his left foot in the instep to put it in the back of the net. Just a great opportunity by Marshall, and they took it. And finally, maybe this will build a little momentum. And I think the tactics for Murray will change. You're not going to see 2 or 3 forwards up top trying to get in behind the Marshall County defense. I think Murray's now going to try to maybe step back with only 10 men on the field and play defense to maybe try to carry this one into PKs.
We'll see the aggressive nature. Finally, a CFSB goal first of the night with 14:45 left. John Wood. It's $5 in the CFSB scholarship scoreboard. At the end of the year, 4 students, 2 athletic, 2 academic, both male and female, receive scholarships from CFSB. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Shadowan and Court work with it in the backfield. Good cross up towards Wood again, but now cleared away by Murray High. And we're tied at 1, a new ball game, and Marshall with a man advantage. Ball goes out. Hicks going after it. Throw in coming. So will anybody else break ground here?
Yeah, and you've got Shaverin coming in. I really like this move. He's probably going to go in for Jack. Jack's put in some good minutes, probably a little tired. Shaverin throws some fresh legs on that those tired back wings for Murray.
Short kick comes to Davis, and now far side to Boone for Marshall in the backfield defensively. Gets it to the half line. Riley cuts through 2 defenders. Down the far touch line. Good feet ahead again towards Knowles. Knowles at the 18. Has the ball knocked away. Ball still free between the circles. Murray trying to go after it, but a takeaway by Evans. Evans toe taps it to Lynch. Lynch trying to cut it between 2 defenders' legs. Gets it inside the 18 for a moment. Has 1 defender in front down to the goal line trying to cross it. Face of the net. An open net again, but Riley couldn't get a foot on it. Ball knocked down. Looked like maybe a handball in the box. No call that time on McCallum. Ball still free. Shot towards the net is over the crossbar.
For a corner.
It's going to be a corner. Knowles just lit that one up from about 20 yards out right side and just knocked over the crossbar.
Knowles coming alive in this game. I mean, getting his laces on it and letting it fly. I mean, that thing was on a rope and going to go in the back of the net. Eating a great save, falling backwards to punch that one over the crossbar.
Evans will take the corner left to right. Near touchline to our left. Going uphill with 11.5 minutes left in the game. Tied at 1. Far post over the head of 2 Marshall forwards. Trying to check it down in the far corner. Right side is Shadowan. He does. Pushes it to the face of the net. Ball knocked out to Lynch from the 22-yard mark. Another save by Eaton. Dives to his left, knocks it away. Another amazing save. And another corner kick. Flip sides, and Evans will go to that far corner to our left. Right to left angle.
Yeah, I think you're starting to see a little confidence by the Marshalls right now.
Well, they should. They got the goal. They finally broke through. They got the man advantage.
Well, I mean, and they're still controlling. They're playing their style.
I mean, Murray's had about 3 chances this game, and they took advantage of the 1. And that was the least of the chances from 50 yards out.
That's absolutely right, a low percentage.
Evans will take it right to left, short corner, near touchline to Hicks. Shot on goal, yes!
What a beautiful set piece. I mean, we've been talking about some of the struggles that they've had tonight, and it was just a beautiful short corner where Eric Hicks was started at the PK mark, about 12 out, and curled around a couple of defenders, came out to the short, on the short side, the corner of the 18, closest to the corner kick, and just used his instep to turn and just loft one that to the far post. Perfectly placed in the side net. Great job by Hicks, but an even better ball on the corner kick. I mean, you've got to make sure that you place it right into the step of Hicks, which was done perfectly with the right pace, right placement. Beautiful possession by the Marshals.
Assist to Jericho Evans on the corner. Goal by Hicks. Another amazing attempt that time. Guessing the right corner, which was the right way to go that time, was the keeper Eaton. But again.
And there's a yellow.
That's going to be a yellow, absolutely. Knowles will get the card.
And, you know, smart foul. I mean, you know, you don't want to see a yellow, but Knowles, he made a smart tactical foul. He stopped the attack, not allowing Murray to get on a breakaway with only 9.5 left. I don't think you can blame him for it.
No. But again, the goal is CFSB goal, $5 in the CFSB scholarship scoreboard of the year. 4 students, 2 athletic, 2 academic, both male and female, receive scholarships from CFSB. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. But a beautiful 18-yarder from Eric Hicks off the corner from Jericho Evans, just past Josh Eaton in the right corner of the box. Now here's a free kick chance, though, for Rennick. Can he go for his second goal here? Let's look for over a 3-man wall, about 30 yards out, left to right.
Yeah,
Murray now behind the 8 ball.
Not a lot of Marshall players in the ball to get the rebound, so they've got to make sure that they clear this one out.
He goes above the wall, on net, headed up and out, and past the end line.
For a corner.
It will be a corner kick, last touch by Marshall. Down to 8.5 left in this game.
Second corner for Murray in this second half. So Marshall's got to make sure they get this, get their markers set, get some guys on the post to make sure that they can stop this attack and advance the ball up.
It'll be Rennick to take the corner right to left again. Marshall was down 1-0, and in the last 5 minutes put 2 goals in to take this 1-goal advantage. Can they hold on here? It'll be Rennick uphill, right to left. Here, corner to our right. Face the net, headed out by Davis. Up to Shavern.
Not a single Murray inside the 18. They were all going to try to crash, and it didn't work for him.
Now Lynch with a breakaway chance, trying to get around Murphy. Couldn't do it. Now Wood trying to back him up. Wood again got the initial goal to tie the game. A deep kick here past everybody wearing orange. We'll go back to the defender, Keaton McCoy, for Murray High. Now with it at the half line with the Marshall, Shadowan up ahead to Shavern. Double team there. Takes a hip check from Jack Ritchie, who just came in a moment ago. Now Evans with it at the half line. Cuts between 2 defenders up ahead to Wood. Wood, 22 yards out. Good feed towards the box, but not turned around in time was Lynch. And it goes out of bounds for a goal kick.
Yeah, I mean, and Marshall is saying, get the ball wide, recirculate the ball. And so you saw some of the Murray players get to the wings, which allowed space in the center of the field for Marshall to exploit.
Murray trying to counter now. Now they're behind the proverbial late ball, down 2-1 after leading for about 80% of this game. Riley with a breakaway chance of the Marshals. It's stunted there at the 22. Nice block by Collier Crouch. Ball fed downfield.
Yeah, and Riley did a good job getting to that ball, but, you know, you've got to have that wherewithal. You're up 2-1, 6 minutes left. 6.5 minutes left. So maybe instead of just going straight to goal, maybe get that ball to the wing, kill some time, and get the ball away from the more dangerous portions of the field.
Throw in towards Lynch, but he'll be called for a foul on a handball. Free kick in the backfield for Murray High. 6:25 left here in the game. Marshall leading 2-1. It'll be taken by McChristian this time. Good boot on it. Crosses right to left.
Great clearance by Hicks. Just get that ball out of danger.
Near the half line it drops. Chested down by Riley. Colin Riley cuts between 2 defenders, trying to feed it over right side to Court. Overran it, but it comes back on a bounce to Boone. Jackson Boone up to Kean Court. Court down inside the 18. Now cleared out by Murray for a throw-in if it goes out. Nope. Nice clearance that time by Murray.
Now out.
Now it's out.
Yeah, and Jackson did a good job kind of following that pass to give Court the ability to drop the ball back, or Boone can overlap it. But if Boone goes up, somebody's got to drop back in that position to make sure that they've got numbers back in defense to hold this 2-1 lead with 5:30 left.
Throw will come in the backfield to Davis. Marshall with possession here between the circles. Up ahead now to Riley, 22 yards out. Fakes right, goes left, inside the 18, trying to get one off, and it flies high in the air. That shot stays in bounds. Volley back to the face of the net, and just punched out by the keeper Eaton, but right to Lynch. Lynch gets undercut in the box, and that's going to be a penalty kick. Lynch gets undercut, not even a really scoring opportunity to the right of the net, but gets undercut that time by McCoy.
And a lot of fans are going to question that because it was so slow. But William Lynch did such a good job to stand up, kind of keep moving and shuffling his feet to fake the defender out for Murray to kind of swap in under Lynch's legs. Lynch goes down, it's going to get called every time. Now
Lynch can ice this game away. From just 10 minutes ago when we were down 1-0 to now 10 minutes later.
Yeah, I mean,
chance to go 3-1.
You were thinking that at some point the dam's going to have to break. And if Lynch can convert this, it puts Marshall in a fantastic position to finish this out.
Left to right angle, Lynch v. the keeper Eaton. There's the whistle. Here's the shot, and it's in. 3-1 Marshall County on a William Lynch penalty kick with 4.5 minutes left. Will that be the icing on the cake after Murray, again, score-wise, controlled this game for about 80% to the last 14 minutes, and now in 10 minutes' time, 3 goals scored by the Marshalls. As brass bonanza blares out throughout the Colburn Soccer Complex, some of the Murray High fans are heading for the parking lot. CFSB goal number 3, that's $15 in the CFSB scholarship scoreboard now. So Murray will kick it off, and they've got to move quickly now. Put it in the backfield. Trying to shape up the offense here from the defensive end. The half line, though, a takeaway by Evans. Clears it all the way back to Claiborne. It hasn't been tested much. Again, just that 50-yard indirect kick that went in and a couple of shots on goal he saved. And that was it. Now Lynch gets around to the defender. It's Kane, gets ahead the half line. Double team now crosses it laterally left to right to Boone, far touch line. Right back, and now he'll come up in the midfield position. Up to the 18 towards Evans and cleared out of bounds by Murray High. Well, we say that, but again, it just dies on that touch line. Caden Kane gets it for the Tigers. 3 minutes left. 3-1, Marshall County with a 2-goal advantage. Hicks with it in the backfield, trying to cut through 2 defenders. Kicks it, though, right to Rennick. Rennick trying to work around Evans, and Evans knocks it back to the half line.
Great job by Jericho there, just to stand his player up, not fall for any moves, and just stick him and pop that ball away.
Riley gets around a defender who slips, has Lynch in front of him. Ball kind of ping-pongs through 2 defenders. That sets up Lynch and Shavern. Lynch inside the 18. Fakes left, goes right, shot on goal, but it's cleared out.
For a corner.
And will be a corner knocked away, and great job that time by Keaton McCoy, just throwing the foot out.
Yeah, I mean, did a good job throwing it out, almost deflected off of him, and still, with all that spin that it had, almost found its way in that right side net on the far post. But still a great opportunity by Lynch to create that space, create that window of opportunity to get that ball to his right foot, get his laces on it, and send it far post, but able to earn a corner out of it.
Marshall with a 2-goal lead and just over 2 minutes to play. No hurry here on this corner. Evans will take it right to left. He'll back up. Marshall sits up on the near post. Here it comes. Headed down, out by Murray. Schrader trying to run it down for the Marshalls. Gets outrun that time by Murphy. Now Boone meets Murphy. Right at the half line. Murray still clearing it downfield. This one, though, will go out for a Marshall throw-in. What a comeback and what a wild game this has been. Again, the Marshalls giving up that odd 50-yard indirect kick for the goal 6 minutes in, then no scoring again until 15 minutes left in the game. And the Marshals scored 3 times in 10 minutes. Now again, Murray a man down with Bogus ejected on the red card and a lot of chippiness in between that. Pretty much everything you'd expect in a Murray-Marshall soccer game. Wood fakes right, goes left, good feet ahead towards Shavern. He's got one to beat, undercut, doesn't matter. Almost got a clean foot on it. But Eaton picks it up. Good defense by Jack
great
Ritchie.
Run by Shavern. Great communication by him. Just a little unlucky that Murray player put enough pressure on him and bodied him up enough to where it forced Shavern kind of a heavy touch to kick that ball too far forward where Eaton was able to get to it.
Riley now with a breakaway chance. He'll tap it up to Lynch. Spin move around a defender. Yes! That'll do it. Riley with the assist, and William Lynch, after the hip injury where it knocked him out in the first half, comes back to score, in all likelihood, the final goal in this one.
Yeah, and well-deserved by Lynch. He's hustled all game. Maybe that's a little bit of a consolation after he did get completely walloped in the first few minutes of that first half.
And Murray High, they go from the intensity and excitement of just a little over 10 minutes ago to pure and utter defeat now, giving up 4 unanswered in 12 minutes time.
I mean, it's just asking a lot for a team to defend for 60 minutes, 65 minutes, and the majority of that with 10 men. And you just can't stop once it starts a lot of times.
It's just like a dam breaking, like you said. It just keeps flowing in.
And, I think, being a senior, Bogus, he's got to know better than what he did. I mean, to come in that late, studs up, there was only one thing the official could do, and that was show red. And being a senior, you can't leave your team who had a 1-0 advantage, was holding and playing well enough to win this game, short-sighted with 10 men. And now not only are you going to lose to Marshall for this first matchup,
you've lost him for the next 2.
You've lost him for the next 2.
Including the game against Callaway. And another shot from 30 yards out. 5-1 Marshall.
Number 28.
John Wood again. He tied the game and he'll end the game. I mean, everybody just stood back and said, take it, big boy, and he did from 30 yards, and put a hole in the back of that net.
Yeah. I mean, an absolute rocket, and that's what he's done all year. I mean, he lives for those shots 20, 25 yards out where he can walk onto it and just absolutely power it home in the back of the old onion bag.
And Murray Hyde is ready to walk off the field.
Yeah, I mean.
And I would just blow the whistle in all honesty. I mean, it was under a minute to play. There's no reason to allow this to continue if you're the center official.
And everybody hates Brass Bonanza, even the Marshall fans.
Except us.
But Coach Rose is used to it.
Play whenever he played, yeah.
When he was here, absolutely.
So, again, Murray right now just essentially kicking the ball around, just waiting for the whistle to blow so they can get out of here and get back to the south side of 641. Because right now they are disgusted, to say the least, of how things have transpired in just a 13-minute span from up 1-0 to down 5-1. Again, there's out of stoppage time in all likelihood. We're just sitting here on 0 waiting for the official's whistle in a game that is over on the scoreline, to say the least. And now you're just going to allow more chippiness here. Chance for Murray High to get a shot on goal from Murphy. Murphy's shot rolls wide left.
For a corner.
Maybe. We can hope this will be the last offensive set for either side.
This will be the third quarter for the game for Murray.
Yeah, Marshall defense held strong throughout. It was just those fluke things that happened that gave Murray the early lead and kept them in this. Here's a corner that goes over the netting. And there's the whistle to bring in subs, of course. Why? And let's keep it going. At least Marshall get a few new players in. So they will get Lane James, Preston Lamb, and Gage Lynch will replace William Lynch. You can still see William favoring that left hip. He's not 100% by any means, but he has fought through.
He's happy when you can get 2 goals in on arrival.
Yeah,
there's going to be a lot of ice baths tomorrow, I believe, and not only Lynch but Claiborne. I mean, Claiborne.
He took a hard shot.
Hasn't been called on a bunch, but when he has, he's been there, and that hard shot that he took is going to be painful tomorrow.
Now Lane James down the near touch line, trying to feed it ahead to Strader again. We're just sitting on 0, waiting for the officials' whistle to end this contest and give Marshall a clean sweep of the opening district games against the 4 opponents in Mayfield, Graves, Callaway, and Murray. And then apparently offsides, and I saw another sub I thought coming in. They're actually going to call a foul on Marshall, so a free kick here for Rennick. He'll take it just off the right of the circle, about 45 yards out. They got the boot to put it in from here. It'll get inside the 18, headed away by Marshall's Davis. Ball still free, and handball on Murray.
Okay.
Time to let it go.
Let's go.
Yeah, there's really no reason. I mean, you're just prolonging this to possibly get an injury.
Sometimes I question, maybe we're too quick to go because you stop the clock at 2, so you still have 2 minutes to go.
And that's fine.
But it seems like we're getting into 5 and 10 minutes of stoppage time.
Because the referee's stopwatch should only stop
there we go.
whenever you have injuries, flags, or scores. And there is the